What's going on, guys? Welcome back, Tyler All Outdoor. As you can tell by the title, we just had our second event of the MLF BFL Mountain Division on Dale Hollow. It was the second one, and it was the second one on Dale Hollow. So this one was a lot better for me. I got down there and actually had time to practice. I fished on Wednesday. No, I'm sorry. I got down there on Wednesday. I fished Thursday. Now, everybody looks into the weather when they're going to go fishing. You know, everybody does, especially tournament anglers. We're always watching the weather to see what we're going to have to deal with. And this was one of those situations where the weather, knowing what the weather was going to do, really helped me make my decision. And I think it saved me on tournament day because it did mess with a lot of guys that I talked to after the tournament. Thursday, the day I went out and fished, it was raining. We had rainstorms all day. It come down so hard that the bilge pump on the boat kicked on automatically. It was like, hey, we're sinking. It was coming down hard. And I fished for a couple hours, and I figured a little something out. It seemed like I found most of my fish very shallow, near some trees, like they were getting ready to spawn, or even on beds. A couple of the fish I caught during practice had, bloodied up tails, and they were ready to spawn. So Friday, I had already told myself I'm not fishing on Friday. I never got the boat off the trailer because Friday was going to be 82 degrees and sunny, bluebird skies, not a cloud in the sky. Then Saturday on tournament day, it was supposed to be about 67, 65, and thunderstorms all day. Exactly the way Thursday set up. So that's why I fished Thursday. I found an area where the fish were, and I did not fish Friday. Now, a lot of guys don't have the opportunity to go down a couple days beforehand, so they had to fish on Friday. A couple of those guys I talked to found their fish shallower, in brush, around a lot of cover, and they caught them flipping. They didn't catch many with moving baits. And the reason for that is because the sun was out. They don't want to, graze and cruise the banks and stuff like that. They want to be up on cover. Also, those fish down there were committed. If they were on a bed, they were on a bed. I mean, its water was about 67, so I'm not surprised. But they were pulling the water quite a bit while we were there. And those fish they were committed. They didn't care. They were going to spawn whether you liked it or not. So, anyway, I did not fish Friday. I spent some time with my family on Friday. They came with me, which was nice. I enjoyed that. And then Saturday, tournament day, like I said, it was raining, about 65. I went out with the same game plan I had in my head on Thursday, I'm sorry. And I had a limit. I caught a limit fairly quickly. But I had two fish right off the bat. It took me maybe an hour to get two in the boat, and they were the right two. They were about 3.5, and then the other one was about 4. And so I had a good day going at that point. I was like, this is going to be a good day. I kept running the same areas and the same type of stuff. I ran down the lake initially to start, and I kind of made my way back fishing similar things. The fish didn't get any bigger. And I got 5. I had my limit by probably noon, but I couldn't expand on it. I couldn't catch anything bigger. I think my smallest fish was 2 something. I just couldn't catch one any bigger. I mean, I caught plenty more fish, but none of any size. But all of my fish were caught on a spinnerbait, and they wanted it slow rolled. They didn't want it, coming through at 67 degree water temperature speed, which I would consider, a little faster. They didn't want that. They wanted it slow rolled, and it seemed like most of my bites came when I was bumping a tree with it. I'd throw past a submerged tree, I'd bring it by it. It's, you'd feel the blades smack the tree, and it was like a double smack. It'd smack the tree, and then boom, fish smack it. For the most part, I had all my bites. I got in the boat. I did get smacked probably 5 or 6 times, pretty good, where they slackened the line. And looking back on it, I actually figured it out about 30 minutes before the tournament was over, because it happened to me again. And I changed up and actually caught the fish. Those fish were on beds that were smacking me. They were protecting. They were guarding. And, I mean, I caught 2 fish that were on bed. I could see them. And I'd slow roll the spinnerbait by them, and they'd come out and they'd smash it. But the ones I couldn't see that were, smacking in what I'd say they were protecting the bed was, I could have had a follow-up, which I did have rigged. I had soft plastics rigged, and I had a wacky worm rigged, and I had a trick worm rigged. I could have thrown back in there those couple of times I got smacked, and probably could have caught a bedfish and upgraded. Like I said, it didn't click in my head until about 30 minutes left in the tournament. I was closer to the ramp. I was a good distance away from where I started, where all those hits occurred. And I got smacked real hard right next to a tree. I threw back in there, and with a wacky worm, and I caught the fish. I think it was the male. I think the female might have smacked it, but the male is the one that bit it, because it's knocked some slack in my line, and it was a hard hit. And the fish I caught was like 8 inches, so it couldn't have been the same fish. But like I said, if I had enough time, I would have gone back over those spots, which is something that, you just got to have a clear head when you're fishing. You got to, analyze what you're given to make the best decisions you can. So in a way, I'm admitting I really messed up. But I had a good tournament. Like I said, I caught my limit. I had a decent limit. It wasn't good enough for top 20, but I got top 40. I got 38 out of 181 boats. I had just over 15 pounds. And the way those fish were biting the spinnerbait, when I did hook one and get into one, it was gone. So they wanted it. I knew I was throwing the right bait if I could just cover enough water to get the bites I needed. And so that's what really made me not want to stop and slow down and flip and throw wacky worms and sit there and try to finagle one fish, because if I'd spent 10 minutes on that fish, 10 minutes down the bank I could catch 2 with the spinnerbait. So that's why in my mind, I had shut that idea out. Like, no, we're not going to stop and sit here and power pole down. It's not happening. But like I said, at the end of the day, when I look back, I probably could have gotten some bigger bites doing that. And when I talked to a couple of the guys afterwards, they said that they caught most of their good-sized fish on beds. But anyway, they did say it messed them up going out Friday. Like I said, it was sunny. It was completely different from what it was going to be on Saturday. And they went out, and they said they caught most of their fish shallow around brush, and they just said they had that game plan in their head going out Saturday, and it just didn't work. But other than that, the next one is on Lake Cumberland. It's one of my favorite lakes. I don't always catch them real good when I go down there, but I do have some days where I can get on them pretty good. So looking forward to that one. Like I said, Dale Hollow wasn't really my favorite lake. I've only been there, I think, 5 times now. So Cumberland is one that I've had circled when I got the schedule. So looking forward to that. And hopefully we can get some pre-fish video. Like I said, it seems recently that I go out and practice and, just go out and have a tournament. It's always raining. It's springtime. The rain will not go away. So, and when it does, it drops to like 35 degrees and it's icing in the middle of the night and the fish don't want to bite. So then I record all day and I fish all day and don't catch fish. So, or I catch one and it's not worth it. So, I'm going to get some footage. I keep saying this. I'm going to do it. My last video, I think, was me fishing on Cumberland. But I'm definitely going to get after it a little harder once this weather gets right and consistent. Springtime fishing, gotta love it. Until then, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. I need your help. Watch me. Don't watch me. Just subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more video for you guys. Try to keep it real. I don't do a whole lot of editing when I'm doing these type videos. I just leave it all in there. So I'm a raw YouTuber. Yeah, cool. Not really. But anyway, till next time, you all get out there, catch a fish, have some fun, be safe, and we'll see you later.